Hello and welcome to our Hydra Session tonight. I am your girl Kimberly and I'm going to be walking you through a deep exfoliation, maximum hydration, pampering session. I promise you when we are done, your skin is going to feel amazing. Now, if you don't have samples, it's okay. You don't have to have samples. You'll get to learn about the amazing products. And if you're like, you know what, I want to try this next time, then you can participate with samples in our next Hydra session, which is going to be at the end of the month. And I think it's July 28th, that Friday. Yeah, July 28th, same place, same time next month. So if you're like, I want to get samples, just comment in the comments samples. That way your consultant knows to send you some samples. Okay. So the next one is going to be Friday, July 28th, same place, same time where you're watching it now. And if you want samples, just comment samples. If you're watching the replay, so comment samples. That way your consultant can get the samples out to you so you have them in time for our next Hydra session, okay? But tonight you can just learn about the products. If you have the samples, I want you to go ahead and grab your sample pack. Make sure you have some wet washcloths or be near the sink, okay? I have some wet washcloths here that I'm gonna be using. I also have a bowl of water that I'm gonna be using as well. But you can be near the sink and you not have to worry about the washcloths or the bowl of water or anything if you're near the sink where you can, use the water to splash your face with the water. So go ahead and open up. Let's go ahead and open up all of your samples. That way, when we get started, they're already open and we're not trying to like tear them, because your hands are going to be wet. They might be slippery, and so let's go ahead and just have all of your samples already open. That way they're already done. Now you might have to use some scissors because those samples are sealed tight sometimes, right? So you might have to get some scissors and cut them open, but we want to have all of it open. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go through the list of what we're going to be doing. That way you can kind of put them in order a little bit, but if not, it's no big deal because I'm gonna walk you through it anyway, okay? So the first thing we're gonna be using is the cleanser. So if you see the cleanser, the 4-in-1 cleanser, you wanna go ahead and pull that out. Now you might have this 4-in-1 cleanser that looks like this, the 4-in-1 cleanser, or you might have our volumizing cleanser that looks like this. So either or, it doesn't matter, whichever cleanser you have, you want to go ahead. That's going to be the first thing that we use, the cleanser, okay? And then the next thing we're going to use is we're going to use the microdermabrasion refine, okay? So that's going to be the next thing. So we're going to clean first, and then we're going to do a surface level scrub, surface level exfoliation is what we're going to do. So we're going to remove that top layer of dead skin cells, the surface level exfoliation, okay? Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the charcoal mask, which is a little deeper exfoliation. So we're going to dig into the pores and pull out all of the gunk and stuff out of your pores. And this is what the charcoal mask looks like. So that's going to be the next one. And then after that, we're going to go even deeper where we're going to go underneath that top layer of skin and we're going to dissolve all of those dead skin cells underneath that top layer of skin. And that's going to be our Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. Okay, so we're going to do 3 levels of exfoliation first. Then we're going to do some moisturization, some hydration. Okay, also in there, we're going to do a lip treatment as well. Now, you don't have the samples of the lip treatment, but I'm going to talk about it and show you how we use our lip treatment. It's satin lips. And you have your hydrogel eye patches. So now for the hydration stage, we're going to use our hydrogel eye patches, which are these here. Oh my gosh, feels amazing. You definitely want to be ready to use those because they feel amazing. We're going to be doing our nourishing oil, which is another hydration treatment. You don't have a sample of this because this is a 100% natural oil. But I'm going to tell you about it and talk about it because you might want to get it, right? You might want to get it from your consultant. And then the last step for the hydration phase is going to be our moisture renewing gel mask, okay? Moisture renewing gel mask. So you want to have all of your samples together. You want to have your wet washcloth be near the sink and you want to have a pen. That way you can kind of write down what we did, maybe write down the order also. And then if anything that you're like, oh gosh, I have to get this, then write it down, okay? Write it down. That way your consultant know and you remember what it was that you tried at the time. Because when we do all of these products, you're gonna be like, I have no idea what we did second, right? So you want to make sure that you write it down. That way you know exactly what you felt in love with. And my hope and prayer is that you fall in love with all of it like I do. I love all of it. I guarantee your consultant loves all of it as well. So we're going to jump right in and we're going to get started here. Now, a Hydra session is not something you would do every single day. You don't even do it every single week because it's too much for your skin. So this is something you would do about once or twice a month, no more than that, because we're doing such a deep exfoliation and a maximum hydration. We want to give your skin time to heal and so that the products can do exactly what they're supposed to do. Remove those dead skin cells, dissolve the dead skin cells, hydrate your skin, and all of that also, okay? So I want you to go ahead and grab your cleanser first. Your cleanser first. And I'll tell you about both of these cleansers because it just depends on which one you're using. They both are amazing. I love them both. We have our 4-in-1 cleanser and then we have our volumized cleanser. I'm going to use the Time Wise Volume Firm cleanser is what I'm going to use tonight, but I am going to tell you about the 4-in-1 cleanser. So go ahead, open up your cleanser. Go ahead and wet your face. Okay, I'm going to be doing it along with you. But I'm going to tell you about the 4-in-1 cleanser first. But go ahead and wet your face, okay? Now, if you're using the Age Minimized 3D 4-in-1 cleanser, this is what the actual tube looks like. This thing is huge. It is like ginormous, right? This tube will last you anywhere between 9 to 12 months, a long time for a cleanser. Now, it comes in 2 formulas, one for combination to oily skin and one for normal to dry skin. So it's based on your skin type. It's very specific and based on your skin type. The 4 things that this one product does is it cleans, it tones, it brightens, and it exfoliates. So 4 things in one is what this one product does, okay? So if you have this cleanser, go ahead, wet your face and put it on. The next cleanser that I'm going to tell you about is our Volume Firm cleanser. I use this cleanser. I use it every day, morning and night. I love it. It's like a fluffy cloud when you're putting it on, and I'm getting ready to put it on right now. That way you can kind of see what it looks like. I am going to wet my face with my wet washcloth and then put my cleanser on all over. Now, cleansing is so important when it comes to skincare and when it comes to anti-aging, because every time you don't wash your face at night, your skin ages 9 to 13 days. So it's important that you wash your face at night, no matter what. I like this cleanser because it is a foaming cleanser. It foams up just like this. And so I am putting it on all over. Now you want to make sure that your face is wet. If you're using a washcloth as your water, it might be a little sticky, okay? Just know that it usually foams up and it's not really sticky, but it's because we're using the washcloth as our water, okay? But get the cleanser on all over and keep it on, because the next step we're gonna do, we're gonna just kind of mix it with the cleanser. That way we just do one wash instead of taking off the cleanser, then doing the next step and taking that off, and then the next step, right? So just get your cleanser on all over. The next step that we're going to use is our microdermabrasion refine. So I want you to look for that microdermabrasion refine. And our microdermabrasion, I'm going to tell you about the microdermabrasion set and then we'll put it on, okay? So the microdermabrasion comes, it's a 2-step process that looks like this. You have your microdermabrasion refine and then you have your pore minimizer. Now, the microdermabrasion refine is something that you can use every single week. You can do it up to 2 to 3 times a week, okay? I normally do a microdermabrasion treatment two times a week. And actually, I did one yesterday. I just remember that. I did a microdermabrasion treatment yesterday, but it's okay. So with the microdermabrasion, we're going to be doing our first level of exfoliation. We're going to be removing that top layer of dead skin cells. And then we're going to be cleaning out the surface level of our pores with the microdermabrasion also. I have the fact sheet here. I want to give you like some solid details about the microdermabrasion. It says, get the look of polished, younger skin and significantly smaller pores when you use a microdermabrasion. This is the exact same microdermabrasion you would get if you went to a dermatologist's office and said, hey, I need to get a microdermabrasion treatment. It's going to cost you anywhere between $75 and $175 to get one session of it. You can get this set from your consultant for $58, okay? And it will last you at least 6 to 9 months for sure, because you're not using it every day, but mine even lasts longer than that, okay? So let's go ahead and put the microdermabrasion refine on. You want to make sure that your face is wet. So I am going to dip my fingers into the water and just wet my face a little bit. because I want my face to be wet, and I'll probably dip my fingers again in water when I put the microdermabrasion line on, okay? But when you put it on, you're gonna find that the crystal beads, so they're aluminum oxide crystal beads, they're rounded to really get into the pores and clean out the pores, but not to tear the pores. So it's very safe for your skin. I like mixing it with the cleanser because it gives me more of a smooth exfoliation. Some people like the exfoliation to be super rough. I don't. I like a smooth exfoliation, and that's why I mix mine with my cleanser. But you can definitely do the microdermabrasion, of course, by itself. So during a week, when I'm just doing microdermabrasion, there are some times where I would do my cleanser, wash it off, and then do my microdermabrasion treatment, and then wipe that off too. So you can do it many different ways, okay? So all of the products that we're using tonight, they can be used throughout the week. So you would do like a microdermabrasion treatment today. Today is Friday. Tomorrow you can do the charcoal mask. The next day you can do the revealing radiance facial peel, and then you'll take a rest day, and then you can start again in that cycle. We call it skin cycling. So you can do that also. Okay, so once you got your scrub on all over and you have exfoliated your skin, let's go ahead and take that off. I need to rinse my hand off before, but let's go ahead and take off your microdermabrasion and your cleanser together. Okay. All right, so get all of it off. And when I get the scrub off, especially if I'm not using water and I'm using a washcloth, I take the back of my hand, the back of my fingers, and just rub it over my face to make sure I got all of the exfoliation beads off, okay? So go ahead, and redness is normal. So if you see a little redness, that's normal. Tingle is normal because you've done an exfoliation and your pores are like, what did you do to me, right? So that's normal. And actually tonight, because I mixed it with the cleanser, it's not too red. Last night, when I don't think I mixed it with the cleanser, my skin got a little more red. Okay, so I take the back of my hands, fingers like this, to make sure I got all of the exfoliation beads off. And I already feel a difference in my skin. So usually when you do a microdermabrasion treatment, you usually feel a difference instantly and see a difference instantly. So we have that new layer of skin right there. So that's what you're seeing right there, is that new layer of skin, okay? All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the charcoal mask, treatment. I love the charcoal mask. I forgot to show you a picture. I have a before and after photo with the microdermabrasion just to show you. So microdermabrasion, I don't even think I went over it that well. If you have large pores, if you have uneven skin tone, if you have dark spots, age spots, sunspots, if you have blackheads or whiteheads, if you have dry patches, microdermabrasion is your friend. Like, you need to do a microdermabrasion treatment. So I'm going to show you here my girlfriend, who right here, you kind of see that there's that dark spot, that dark patch right there on her face. Well, after using microdermabrasion for a couple of months, you can kind of see where it starts to clear up. That dark patch starts to get a lot smaller and a lot lighter. And then in the bottom, you can kind of see where there's some breakouts right here. It might be hard to see it through the screen, but she has some breakouts here on her cheek. And then after using the microdermabrasion, it starts to clear up here also. Okay, so that's what microdermabrasion does. It's so good. Now we're going to do the charcoal mask. So we're going to dig a little deeper into our pores and pull out all of the gunk and all of the dirt and all of the grime out of your pores. Your pores are going to be like, hallelujah, hallelujah. When we get done, they're going to feel so good, so amazing. Okay. Now the charcoal mask. I absolutely love the charcoal mask. This is a picture of me with the charcoal mask on. And you can kind of see there's like some spots and speckles on my face right here, right? So the charcoal mask literally pulls the toxins and impurities out of your pores. It pulls blackheads to the surface. It pulls whiteheads to the surface. And you see it sitting on your face while the charcoal mask is there. So you see the charcoal mask at work when you have it on. And that's what I love about the charcoal mask. So it's pulling all of the dirt and grime out of my face. I'm going to be using our masking applicator to put the charcoal mask on. So let's go ahead and paint our face as if it's a canva, and we're going to put the charcoal mask on all over, okay? Now, when I start using the screen as my mirror, it's like weird. So I'm going to grab a mirror over here. Also, with the charcoal mask, when you're using the charcoal mask, I always say you want to go to the bathroom or go somewhere where you have a mirror, because if you're using your screen, you're not going to see the real deal. You gotta see it in a mirror where it's showing you all of the toxins and impurities that are being pulled out of your pores. Okay. Now, I love using this masking applicator because it just makes the charcoal mask go on a lot smoother, and you use a lot less, if that's even a saying, right? A lot less. You use even less of the charcoal mask than you would if you were using your fingers. Okay, so you get the charcoal mask. You definitely want to also get a masking applicator from your consultant as well. The masking applicator is 12. The charcoal mask is 25, and you can get 55 to 60 uses out of this tube, but using the masking applicator is how you get all of those uses out of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that charcoal mask on all over. And people always ask me about the eyebrows. Like, should I put it on my eyebrows? Yes, put it on your eyebrows. There's hair. I mean, there's skin underneath the eyebrows. So why not have the toxins and impurities removed from the eyebrow skin also? So I always tell people that if you work in an area where there's a lot of germs, there's a lot of toxins. So, like if you work in a hospital, or if you work in a daycare or a school or a clinic, then you might want to be doing a charcoal mask treatment at least 2 to 3 times a week, just because you want to detoxify your skin and to get all of that dirt and grime and germs and all of that stuff out of your pores. So you can do a charcoal mask treatment up to 3 times a week max, right? But let's say you wanted to do the microdermabrasion because you wanted to do that surface level of exfoliation, and then you want to do charcoal mask. So you would do microdermabrasion like today, right? And then you do charcoal mask tomorrow. So because we're doing a Hydra session, and and you only want to do like all of this deep exfoliation once or twice a month, okay? Once or twice a month. That way it gives your skin time to heal, it gives your skin time to rejuvenate and all of that. But you can use each of these products separately with your skincare routine as well, okay? So, yes, perfect for cleaners. Yes, yes, yes. So if you haven't gotten your charcoal mask on already, go ahead and get it on. I'm just doing some touch-ups here because I see some spots where I didn't get it all on yet. And I want this to work because I need it to pull toxins and impurities out of my pores. I'm going to also put it here on my chest as well because I got a breakout right there. I have no idea how and where it come from. It's so weird. It might be a bug bite or something. I'm not sure, but I was like, when I do the charcoal mask tonight, I'm gonna put charcoal mask right there on my chest and let it pull out whatever is in there also out of my chest. I know this probably looks weird, but I am okay with that because I know how good the charcoal mask is and how well it works also. Oh, good, Star Ann. That's exciting. I know she is loving. So Star Ann has her granddaughter there with her, and her granddaughter is using the age-appropriate products, which she can use the charcoal mask. So I know she is loving the charcoal mask, especially when it starts to work, right? So what's going to happen is it's going to dry, it's going to get tight, and when it gets tight, it's going to start to pull out all of the toxins and impurities out of your pores. It's digging 3 layers deep, so it's activated charcoal, which is the purest form of charcoal that you can get. And it digs 3 layers deep and pulls toxins and impurities out of your pores. So when you're putting it on, you probably smell like the peppermint. There's also rosemary and honeysuckle in it, and there's navy bean extract, which helps with the uneven skin tones. Let me show you a picture of someone using the charcoal mask. So I showed you the picture of me with the charcoal mask and how it was pulling the toxins and impurities out of my pores. Okay, well, let me show you a picture of a grandfather that was using the charcoal mask and what it did to his skin, and then someone that has rosacea and what it did to her skin also. So the bottom picture is the grandfather's nose. So he used the charcoal mask over here. No, this is the before here. Okay, so this is the before. It's like this screen is like backwards when you're like trying to do stuff like this. Okay, so this is the before photo. Here we go. Here. And if you really look closely, you can kind of see all of the blackheads and stuff that's in his nose. Then he used the charcoal mask. And when he took the charcoal mask off, take a look at his nose right there, right? It like cleaned it up. It like, oh, Storian said she's freaking out over her nose. I love it. I love it. It means it's working. Okay, and then this lady, she has rosacea. She's had rosacea for years, years and years and years. So 2 weeks of using the charcoal mask, and you can see where here it's like all redness and on her forehead and all that stuff. 2 weeks after using the charcoal mask, you kind of see where the redness starts to clear up. And the reason why it's clearing up is because of the navy bean extract that's in the charcoal mask. It helps with uneven skin tones, is what navy bean extract does. So the charcoal mask is really good and it works. I love it. I love it. Now, I just did a charcoal mask treatment about 3 days ago. So I might not have too many toxins and impurities to show you, but I see a little bit on my nose already starting to happen. You can kind of see the spots and the speckles on my nose right here. So those are toxins and impurities that are being pulled out of my nose, okay, for right now. Now, while we have this on, the next product that we're going to use is our Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. So far, we cleaned our face with the cleanser, and then we did a surface level exfoliation with the microdermabrasion. We removed that top layer of dead skin cells. Now we're digging 3 layers deep into the pores to pull out all of the toxins and impurities. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to exfoliate that skin underneath the top layer with our Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. So this is the exact same facial peel you would get if you went to a med spa or like a spa salon where they do a chemical peel. It's the exact same thing, but it's glycolic acid. Okay, so glycolic acid, what it does is it dissolves the dead skin cells underneath that top layer of skin. So when that new layer of skin comes out, it's a lot more plumper. It's a lot more youthful. It's a lot more supple. It's a lot more like elasticity in it too, right? And so the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel, I'm gonna show you a picture of someone that's been using the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. This one might be a little hard to see, but she's been using it on her neck, okay? She's been using it on her neck because remember, it helps with that skin, that layer of skin underneath that first layer of skin, right? Because we want that new layer of skin to come out and be a lot more tighter. We'll take a look at her neck. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but this is the before right here. And after using the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel, you kind of see that the neck is a lot tighter. The skin around the neck is a lot tighter, a little less wrinkles also. And then check this one out. So this is the feet. I had someone put it on their feet, okay? Now check this out after using the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. So the before is here. Look how crusty that is, right? Crusty and dry. After taking it off, this is what it looks like. A huge difference. I don't know if you can see that crusty. There you go, a little closer, but the crusty on the feet, right? So more applications, of course, will give it better results when you do that. But she applied it to her feet for 10 minutes. So she applied it and put socks on while it was there to kind of help soak it in. Remove the sock, wash it off, and that's what her foot looked like after she took it off, okay? Now, this is the same. This is at the bottom, and you can kind of see where that crustiness is right there, and then what it looks like after, okay? So that's the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. It's so good. I love it. Now, the charcoal mask, it's a wash off. It's not a peel, okay? Because peels are not good for your skin. When you're pulling, even though I said that this is a Revealing Radiance Facial Peel, it's not a peel off. It's actually a wash off also. But when you're peeling and you're pulling at your skin, the elasticity will go away over time and it won't bounce back and you will cause sagging, okay? So if you're using peels and you're like pulling things off your skin, it is not good for your skin. You want to stop using that, okay? But the charcoal mask, it is a wash off. It comes off super easy. All you need is your wet washcloth, or you can use the sink to get you with the water. I usually 10 minutes before I jump in the shower, I'll do my charcoal mask treatment, sit down, relax for a little bit, and then hop in the shower and let the water in the shower just wash off my charcoal mask also. Okay, so I think we're ready to take off our charcoal mask. So you can kind of see the toxins and impurities on my nose for sure. If anything turns white, and you'll be able to see the difference between the white and the light gray. If anything turns white, that means that that is a breakout that it is pulling. It is drying it out. It turns white and It's so good when I'm sitting with people that have acne or acne prone skin, and like you see white dots on their face, and it's like, yes, the charcoal mask is working, it's doing its thing. It is drying out those bumps too. So the charcoal mask is a part of our clear proof line, which is our acne line. So it's part of our acne line. It's not part of the acne set, but it's part of the line. Clear proof is. And our acne set is guaranteed to see results in 7 days, clearer skin in 7 days. Okay. So let's go ahead, take your wet washcloth. We're going to go ahead and take your charcoal mask off. It's so funny. I was doing charcoal mask the other day with a young lady, and like her face was like really tight, and she wanted to laugh, but she was like, because she thought it was gonna crack. I'm like, it's not gonna crack. Just go ahead and use it. Okay, so let's go ahead and take off our charcoal mask. It comes off super duper easy. Okay, I like to do this. I'm gonna show you what I like to do with my towel. Take my towel, press it into my face, just like this. Press it all the way in, just like this. And then remove my towel, and I have a charcoal mask face on my towel. I just like to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and take off our charcoal mask. It comes off super easy. When I do in-person parties and I'm doing a charcoal mask treatment with people, I have them do that little towel thing. They think it's like some special trick or something that I'm having them do. And it's just to have them do a face imprint on the towel. That's it. Hi, Kathy. So glad you're here. All right, so let's get your charcoal mask off. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel, which is going to be next. And that will be the last exfoliation product that we do. So remember, we're doing the deep exfoliation, right? And I still have some on my chest here. So let me take this off here. Okay. And this bump is going to be better in the morning because I use charcoal mask on it. Okay, so next is the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. I just told you all about it, so we can go ahead and put it on right now. So a tingle is normal, okay? So some people get a tingle. Sometimes I get a tingle, sometimes I don't. It just depends. I'm not even sure, but it's the glycolic acid. That's what it is, but that's normal. A tingle is normal. And you don't want to like rub it on. We're just going to pat it on just like this. So the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel is what you're looking for. This is what it looks like. It's a pump. It's what it is. And so I just pump a little bit out and go like this and then pat it on. Pat it on all over. And what we're doing is we are doing, oh, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad that you're here. I forgot to tell you all that when you have the samples and you're trying the product, you get entered into our monthly contest. So our July contest that we're doing, we're calling it Summer Hydration, is what we're calling it. Okay, get the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel all over. And I'm going to show you our Summer Hydration contest, because if you have the samples and you do the samples, whether it's on the replay or whether it's live like tonight, right now, you get entered into our July Summer Hydration Contest, and we're going to be giving away $150 worth of products, okay? So this is what the contest looks like, and you might have seen it already from your consultant, but the Hydrogel eye patches, and we'll be using these tonight, the satin lip set, this 3-in-1 bar cleansing soap is actually a facial cleansing soap, and it has the ingredients that our cleanser has in it also. The moisture renewing gel mask, which we're going to be using tonight, and the hydrating sheet mask also. So all kinds of hydration products, you get entered into the drawing. So if you're like, okay, I want to try these products for one, because they are amazing and your skin is going to feel so good, but you want to get entered into the drawing, you just got to do the facial. You just got to do the pampering session, right? And it's free. It's free, you guys. It doesn't cost you anything. The samples don't cost you anything. To get entered into the drawing, you just got to do the pampering session. That's it, right? So You get entered into the drawing when you do the pampering session. You just got to let your consultant know that, hey, I watched the replay. I got my samples. I watched the replay. I did the pampering session. That way she can put you down on the list to get you entered into the drawing as well. Okay. And we do the drawing at the beginning of next month. But this is $150 worth of free products, free amazing products. So you definitely want to get entered into the drawing. So if you want to get samples, just comment samples so your consultant can send the samples out to you so you have them in time for our next Hydra session. And if you have your samples tonight and you're doing your samples right now, or you're doing your samples on the replay, you let your consultant know so you can get entered into the drawing, okay? So that's our summer hydration drawing that we're doing for the month of July. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, and I want you to look for it, is we're going to go ahead and do our hydrogel eye patches, and you have a sample of this. So now, after we get done with the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel, we're going to move into the hydration phase of the Hydra session, okay? So once you do deep exfoliations like this, then you want to hydrate, and you want to hydrate really well so that your skin can repair itself and rejuvenate. And oh my gosh, talk about feel amazing when we get done, okay? So after we take off the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel, we won't have to take anything else off. You can like put your towels away after that, okay? But the hydrogel eye patches. So let me show you what they look like so you can see. So they come in this jar, and 60 of them come in the jar, okay? 60 of them come in the jar. The jar is $40 is how much a jar is. I actually have some before and after photos to show you. So the hydrogel eye patches is for puffy eyes and hydration of the eyes. Men and women can use the hydrogel eye patches. I have an example of a guy right here I'm gonna show you right now who used the hydrogel eye patches and loved them. He decided, he was like, I have to do before and after photos for you all because these are amazing, right? So if you take a look at his before right here, this is his before. And look at the puffiness underneath his eyes. Now he has on the patches, and you can see it right underneath his eye area here. The patches, right underneath the eye area. And you keep the patches on for about 10 to 20 minutes, okay? 10 to 20 minutes until they get dry. And then take a look at his after photo. Where is the puffiness? Where is the puffiness, okay? And then I have another one. Now she has small dark circles underneath her eye area along with some puffiness too. And her before picture is up here. This is the before picture. Let's get it closer so you can kind of see the dark circles and the puffiness there. Then she uses the hydrogel eye patches here. And she actually put the time on hers. So hers was 30 minutes. She used the hydrogel eye patches is at 7:20. And then at 7:50, this is the after compared to the before. The puffiness and the dark circles are gone, right? And so hydrogel eye patches, I love them. You can keep them in your fridge also to get more of a cooling effect, but let me show you what they look like. So they come with this little spatula here so you can scoop them up, but they're like these little pearly, I call them my pink besties is what I call them. They're like these little rose petals is what they are. Let's see. One's like sticking out of the jar, but they're like these little sparkly little rose petals. And you basically just put them right underneath your eye area is what you do. And it hydrates the area. It helps to moisturize the area, and it helps to get rid of the puffiness as well. So it does amazing things for your eye area. And then if you put it in the refrigerator, so my thing, if I put it in the refrigerator, I might forget it's in the fridge and never use them. So I always keep it on my counter. That way I never have to worry about, oh, I forgot my hydrogel eye patches. Keep them on the counter. Okay, but you don't use these every day. So you use them about 2 times a week is how often you use them, okay? So if you do keep them in the fridge, you got to keep them in the fridge the rest of the time. Okay, you can't take them out, put them back in, take them out, put them back in. You got to keep them in the whole time. But they work wonders on underneath your eye area. Now you can put it other places too. I've seen people put it on this part of their face where we get what we call the marionette lines, you know, like the smile lines. They put it here. I've seen them put it on top of the eyelids up here because of maybe hooded eyes or the eye is sagging over. So you can use the hydrogel eye patches in other areas, okay? It helps to get rid of any puffiness that you might have in other areas as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and take off our Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. And then we're going to go ahead and move into the hydrogel eye patches. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I forgot to do the lips. I forgot to tell you about, okay, so go ahead and take off your Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. While you're doing that, I'm gonna do the satin lips right quick to just kind of show you and tell you about it. So satin lips, okay, if your lips are really dry, you lick your lips a lot, or you use chapstick all the time, constantly, continuously, okay, you got to do something different, right? Because what you're doing is not working. And if you use this chapstick called Carmax, it's the worst thing you can ever use on your lips because it has alcohol in it. It's alcohol based and it literally dries out your lips. That's why every time you put it on, like 10 minutes later, it's time to put on more because your lips are dry, right? And so it dries out your lips. You want to use something that's more oil based and it doesn't have alcohol in it. So our satin lips is shea butter based and it's a shea butter sugar scrub with a shea butter lip balm. I always say when you use satin lips, your lips are so soft, so smooth, so kissable. And even if you don't have anyone to kiss, your lips are in ready position for when you find someone, okay? Now, our lips is the only thing on our body that does not self-exfoliate. So you have to intentionally exfoliate your lips. So I'm gonna squeeze some of the sugar scrub out and I am going to put on the sugar scrub all over on my lips. And if it get in your mouth, it's okay. Okay, it is sugary. It does taste pretty good. So no worries with that. It is kind of edible. You just don't want to be squeezing a whole tube in your mouth because then I'll be like, okay, girl, like what's happening? What is going on? But if you've seen most of the products, they're pink, right? Satin lips is not pink because the biggest buyer of satin lips is men. Men are the biggest buyers of satin lips. And so they want to make sure that you have a good experience with them if you kiss them, right? Okay, so now that I got my satin lips on, I'm gonna take off my satin lip scrub, but I'm gonna take off my facial peel because I haven't done that yet. So I'm gonna take off everything. And then the next step after the sugar scrub is the lip balm, okay? Now the scrub you don't use every day. You use the scrub about 2 to 3 times a week because it is an exfoliant and you don't want to be scrubbing that new layer of skin that's right there, okay? So you would use the scrub 2 to 3 times a week, no more than 2 to 3 times a week, but you can use the lip balm 24/7. You can put your lipstick on top of it, your lip gloss on top of it. If you wear matte lipsticks, it's perfect for you because it keeps your lips from being so dry also. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on the shea butter lip balm because we're not taking anything else off. Every time I'm like, oh my goodness, soft, kissable lips. Oh wow, wow. So good. Now, my 6-year-old, when he was 3, his lips used to get so dry they would crack in the middle, and I started using satin lips on his lips. We have not had that problem ever since. Okay, so if you got kiddos and their lips get super dry and you're like putting Carmex on it and it's still dry, stop it. You need to get some satin lips. You need to be running to your consultant saying, hey, I need to get some satin lips for my kids. I need to get satin lips for my grandchildren. I need to get satin lips as a gift to give to this girl because her lips are always dry, right? So just know that you can get satin lips from your consultant. It's only $22 for both of these for the whole set, $22. And I've had the lip balm now for 3 months, and I've had the lip scrub, I think, for probably a little longer, 4 months or so. Okay, now let's go ahead. The hydrogel eye patches are next. Let me show you how to put those on. So this is what they look like individually. You will put the small part closest to the nose. Your eye is going to go in this little curve right here, okay? And you put it right underneath, right where there might be some puffiness or even dark circles, dark spots, or what have you right there, okay? So let's go ahead and put your hydrogel eye patches on. I'm like scraping it up out of the jar using the spatula here. Okay. All right. So the hydrogel eye patches you would keep on for about 10 to 20 minutes. While we have those on, of course, we're not keeping them on that long tonight, but just so you know, when you're using your hydrogel eye patches, you can keep them on. Again, men and women can use the hydrogel eye patches also. They work wonders underneath the eye area. So good, but you can also put it in other areas too, right? So don't forget about that. Okay, So the next hydration step, you don't have this one, but I'm gonna talk about it and show it to you. It's our nourishing oil. It's a natural, it's one of our natural, it's part of our natural line. It has almond oil, it has olive oil and sesame oil in it. It has a light vanilla scent, which smells amazing. I love it. You can use the oil really anywhere. You can use it on your cuticles. You can use it in your hair. It's more of a dry finish than like an oily finish, and that's what I like about it because I usually have oily skin, right? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to put oil on my oily skin, but it does not dry oily, and it hydrates. It's like it goes in and it. My daughter has eczema, and she says this is one of the things that her skin doesn't eat up. Her skin's super dry, super duper dry, but she says this oil is one of the things that her skin doesn't eat up. If you have super dry skin, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that your skin doesn't eat up, right? So what I like to do is put some in my hand, and then I just go like this, and then just pat it into my face, just like this, all over. And you'll see as it dries how it does not leave an oily finish, but your skin looks very hydrated, like your skin just drunk a drink of water is what it looks like. Okay. All right. So hydrogel eye patches are on. The next thing we're going to do, which you do have a sample of, is the moisture renewing gel mask. And it looks like this. I love this stuff. I love this stuff. So this is another hydration treatment that you would use. Now, with the moisture renewing gel mask, you can use it 2 to 3 times a week also, just like the charcoal mask as well. We also do something called multi-masking, where we would use the charcoal mask and the moisture renewing gel mask together. Even with this, you can get 55 to 60 uses out of the moisture renewing gel mask when you're using the masking applicator, of course, right? But what I love about the moisture renewing gel mask is that it helps to de-stress skin. So if you are like overly stressed, you've been working super hard, it's the end of the week, right? It's Friday. It's time to de-stress your skin. And what I also love about it, I'm trying to pull up the form, the fact sheet right here to give you a little more details about it. But I think I actually have my, oh, no. It's like, do I have the other fact sheets for the other side and not what I'm looking for? No, here it is. Okay, so the moisture renewing gel mask instantly hydrates while also locking in moisture. Skin appears less stressed, feels nourished, purified, and calm. Skin feels firmer, healthier, smoother, and softer. And it helps reduce the appearance of pores as well as fine lines and wrinkles. And so the hydrogel eye mask, the moisture renewing gel mask is a little different than the charcoal mask. And you'll see this when we put it on because it doesn't dry like the charcoal mask does. It will dry, so you can touch it and it won't come off on your hand, but it's not like a clay mask will, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and put the moisture, I don't know why I keep saying hydrogel eye patch because I have them on, but we're going to go ahead and put the moisture renewing gel mask on all over. I love the scent of it also. So it has chestnut seed extract in it. It has vitamin 3. It has acai berry extract, vitamin E. It has glycerin, which helps balance or maintain moisture levels in the skin. We can go ahead and take off our hydrogel eye patches now. This one was really almost done right here because it's almost dry. So really when they're dry, they're ready to come off. You cannot reuse them. I've had people ask me, can I reuse them? No, you cannot. And what you want to do is you just want to pat the excess that's left over. You just want to pat it in, okay? Just pat it in. So don't do a lot of rubbing, especially if you're rubbing, don't rub hard. You want to be very light and gentle with it. Very light and gentle with it, okay? And then we're going to put it right underneath. I always go on top also because I'm like, what's the harm? Okay, so I have my moisture renewing gel mask on my masking applicator, and we're gonna spread this on all over. And the best part is that we're gonna leave it on and we're gonna sleep in it. Okay, this is the best part. Talk about hydration for your skin. This is another level, like top tier level of hydration. You're basically giving your skin a drink of water. Literally, it's what you're doing. Literally giving your skin a drink of water. And we're going to leave the moisture renewing gel mask on all night. So when you wake up in the morning, you'll wash it off. But oh my gosh, when you wake up in the morning, your skin is going to be like, this is brand new skin. Like, what happened? Oh my gosh. Your skin's gonna feel amazing. I remember the first time I did this, and I was just like, are you serious right now? Like, I cannot believe my skin feels like this. Okay. So put it on all over. It's like literally all over my face, everywhere. But you can never have too much of the moisture renewing gel mask. Never too much. Don't forget your eyebrows, right? Get it all over your eyebrows too. Get it everywhere. But look at the hydration, right? Look at the hydration. It is going to dry. It won't sit like this all night, so it won't get on your pillows. But just look at the hydration. Your skin is having a drink of water, okay? It is having a drink of water. Okay, so while I'm letting that dry on my skin feels amazing, by the way. So we did 3 different levels of exfoliation, and then we did the lips exfoliation. We did the moisturizer for your lips also, and then we did the hydration piece also. So let's talk about what's next. Okay, so if you're like, you know what, I really like that cleanser, I really like the charcoal mask, I really like the hydrogel eye patches, I really like whatever, right? Whatever you really like. Okay, let me tell you how you can get your products and give you the cost of all of the products and how you can get them from your consultant. Okay, your consultant is like waiting for you to tell her exactly what you want. If you were on here and tried the products, you got to let her know that you had your samples and you were on and you did it, so you can get entered into our summer hydration pampering, our summer hydration contest, right? Our July summer hydration contest. So you got to let your consultant know that you were on. But we have our Hydra Session happiness, which your consultant will post once we get done. She'll post this in the group, okay? But the cleanser, so the 4-in-1 cleanser, if you use the 4-in-1 cleanser, the 4-in-1 cleanser is $26. If you use this cleanser, which is the volumized cleanser, it's $30. Okay, so depending on whichever one you use. Now, before I tell you the rest of it, if you get all exfoliating and all hydrating products, okay, it's a $297 value, but you get a steal in the deal. You also get the Mary Kay travel roll-up bag, which looks like this, and it has 4 pockets in it. They're all clear, so you can see exactly what's in each pocket. There's a hanger where you can hang it up, hang it behind the door, hang it on your towel rack, you know, on the mirror, what have you. But all of the pockets are clear. Now, if you wanted to go somewhere overnight, you can take a pocket with you. Instead of taking your whole bag, you can take a pocket with you. If you have multiple kids, each kid can get their own pockets. I mean, there's so many uses to this, and it doesn't even have to be skincare and makeup, because you might be saying, I don't have that many skincare products, or I don't even wear makeup. It doesn't matter. You can put your deodorant, your toothbrush, your hair stuff in here, your combing brush. You can put, I mean, your medicine. You can put scissors, your dental floss. I mean, anything can go in these bags, right? So you have the 4 pockets. You can roll it up and carry it as a travel roller bag. So if you get all of the exfoliating and all of the hydrating products, it is plus the roller bag. It's $333 value, but you get it tonight for $269. Okay, that's the deal. You get it tonight for $269, and the roller bag is free. It comes with it for free. Okay, so we talked about the cleanser. All right, the next thing is the microdermabrasion, which was the microdermabrasion refine. That's the scrub. So that is $36. Okay, if you just want to get like an individual item, you can get that also. That's $36. The charcoal mask is $25. And remember, with the charcoal mask, you can get 55 to 60 uses out of the charcoal mask. Okay, it is amazing. It's really good for kids, especially kids that are out sweating right now and, you know, like playing in dirt and that kind of stuff. It's good to get all of that stuff out of their pores, right? And then we did the satin lip scrub, which is $12 by itself. And then the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel, which is $68. Okay, so those are all of the exfoliation products. And then we did the hydration products. So we started with the hydrogel eye patches right here. These are 40. You get 60 in the jar. The jar looks like this with 60 patches in the jar. Okay, 60 patches in the jar. There we go. 60 patches in the jar. And then we talked about the nourishing oil, and you saw me use the nourishing oil. It's 50 for the nourishing oil. And then the moisture renewing gel mask, which we have on right now, and you can kind of see how it's starting to dry on my skin, but my skin is like, yes, girl, like I was thirsty. Thank you for the water. Thank you, right? And then there's the lip bomb right there. And then there's the travel roller bag right there also. Now we do have some extras if you're like, okay, I love those. I want to get the full deal. I want to get the steal in the deal, right? With the travel roller bag. But we also have our skin cleansing brush as well. And a lot of these, remember, you can use these weekly, these products weekly, right? You just don't want to use all of them like we use today, every single day or every single week because it's too much for your skin. But you can use these products weekly also. So you can do microdermabrasion on one day, you can do charcoal mask the next day, you can do the peel the next day, you can do the moisture renewing gel mask the next day, or you can kind of combine two of them together. But your consultant will be able to give you more details and really walk you through what would be best as far as usage of those products. And so we will post this in the group so that you can see it as well. And if you're like, you know what, like I really love skincare. I like learning about skincare. I want to teach my kids about skincare. I want to teach my daughters about skincare. I want to teach my sons about skincare, my grandkids about skincare. Then you can start a Mary Kay business for $30 and get all of the skincare training. When I started, I didn't know anything about skincare. I had no idea I needed to wash my face every night. I didn't even know I needed to protect my skin from the sun. I definitely didn't know how to wear makeup, right? So you don't have to know anything at all to get started with the Mary Kay business. We teach you what you need to know. And the training is phenomenal. It's free training. You even can get a certification, a skincare confidence certification also, as well as a glamour certification too. And that's free. That is free to get the certification. But it only costs $30 to get started with the Mary Kay business. And you get your products at a 50% discount, and you make a 50% profit on any products that you sell. Also, you start for $30. You get a website and you get a credit card processing site that allows people to pay on your website with a credit card or pay you with a credit card. I mean, super simple, super easy. I was talking to a girl today. I was like, what is there to lose, right? We spend $30 on a lot of stuff, and a lot of times that $30 does not come back in our pocket because we can't sell products from that $30 that we just spent, right? And so what's the risk? There is no risk. And it's not like you have to be 100% committed, because you can't be, right? That's unrealistic. You're not even 100% committed to your job. Like, let's be real, right? So you don't have to be 100% committed. Somebody was like, when I jump in, if I start, I want to be 100% committed. I'm like, girlfriend, you're not going to be 100% committed. You can't be, right? It's unrealistic. You can't be 100% committed to anything because we have things that pull us here, pull us there. Like, you know, like you just can't be. It's unrealistic. So if that's your thought process, like I got to be 100%, you're lying to yourself. Okay. All right. So, you just start and see if you like it. You basically date it. Go on the first date. See if you like it. If you like it, great. Keep going. If you don't like it, don't go on the next date, right? It's that simple. And then the second option to get started is our full starter kit, which is $130. I think I have a picture here of the full starter kit to show you also. But you get over $400 worth of products in that full starter kit. And you get over $100 worth of tools and materials. So you get samples and catalogs and brochures, and sales tickets and profile cards and mirrors and trays. You get all of that with the full starter kit. I'm trying to see if I have a picture. I usually do have a picture. I don't see it, but just know that you get all of that stuff, and you get the website, and you get ProPay as well, all for $130. The best Groupon you can ever receive or give yourself, because of all of the products that come with it, but plus everything else that comes with it also. So there's no quotas. You don't have to sell a certain amount every single month. There's no maximums and minimums, and there's no territories either. Okay. The biggest thing is you. Like you're the biggest thing, because it's based on what you do, you know? And so if you work your business, then you probably make some money. If you don't work your business, you probably won't make any money. All right. That's like with any business, right? With any business. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I know your skin feels amazing when you wake up in the morning. Oh my gosh. I want you to post how your skin feels when you wake up in the morning, because that's going to be the key. In the morning, after all of the products have done their thing, done what they're supposed to do, and your skin is getting that drink of water, that hydration from the moisture renewing gel mask, your skin is going to feel amazing, and it's going to look amazing also. So thank you so much for joining. Remember, the next one is the last Friday of this month, Friday, July 28th, same place, same time next month. So let your consultant know you want samples so you can actually try the products. I promise you, you're going to fall in love with them. Okay. All right, you guys, have a good night. Thank you for joining.